Hey yoga and fitness friends, thanks for joining me on the mat today. I'm so glad you stopped by. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I'm Vicky with Uplift Yoga and Fitness. Today's class, I have for you a flow, a little more gentle flow to help relieve tension from the neck, shoulders, and upper back. So depending on, if you've been stuck at home or stuck at a desk that maybe not ergonomically set up for working all day, you might be getting a lot of this tension built up. You might be finding your shoulders hugging up into your ears. So this class will hopefully release some of that and allow you to soften and feel a little more freedom there. If you are using essential oils with me today, I like, in this case, to use Young Living's Panaway, and I simply mix it in a roller bottle with some fractionated coconut oil, and then I just take that and apply it to those places that feel tense. So the oils in the Panaway help to seep in and start to release some of that tension. It just feels really nice. All right, for props today, you will probably like to have a couple of blocks, and I like to use a 3-minute egg. We'll be doing a supported fish pose, and the 3-minute egg is nice because it's a nice rounded block without having the points, but you can definitely do it with regular blocks, or you can also take a blanket and roll it up. So we'll talk about that when we get a little closer. So those are our props. All right, starting today in Child's Pose, Balasana. So as you find your Child's Pose, perhaps this time let the knees come together, and as you fold down forehead to the mat, the arms come alongside the body with the palms reaching up. Just allowing the shoulders here to soften down. And connecting with your breath. Allowing each exhale here to release just a little more tension from the neck, the shoulders, and the upper back. And bring your awareness here to the points that are touching the mat, so the forehead, the shins, the back of the hands. Just becoming aware of that connection. Bringing your awareness up the arms, into those shoulders, into the neck, the upper back area, taking note of any tension or tightness you might be feeling. Using your exhales to start releasing. And take one more deep inhale here. As you exhale, the hands can plant, the torso can slowly come up. Coming high onto our knees here for a little flow to help us start to warm up, loosening up through the spine and the shoulders. So we'll start by taking the left hand to the low back area. Press the back of the hand into the sacrum. Notice the pelvis tilting here, belly button pulling in. Right hand reaching up. Let that shoulder soften down. Don't let it hug up into the ear. Start to hinge at the hips here as the torso comes forward. Reach with that arm. Try not to let the seat sink down yet. As you descend down, you will find a point where the seat does need to actually come down. That's okay. Sweep the right arm behind to the low back. Hold here, deep inhale. Full exhale. Next inhale, the left arm's going to sweep out to the side. Bring the torso nice and high. Reach with that arm. Right hand pressing into the low back. And exhale, coming down, hinging, sweeping, and then lowering the seat. Forehead to the mat. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Next inhale, right arm sweeping up as we rise up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale it down. Becoming aware of the shoulders here, inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more time through each side. Inhale up with the left. Exhale, descend down. Inhale up with the right. Exhale, coming down. Rest the forehead to the mat here and hold. Release the hands. Moving into a seated pose here. So any comfortable seated position, just so that we can work through the neck and shoulders a little bit before we move into our standing flow. Bring the chin to the chest here. Let the spine come up long, shoulders soften. Take your right arm behind the back. Let those fingers peek through the left side. Option to take the left hand to that right hand. And let the left ear roll to the right shoulder. Sorry, left ear to the left shoulder. Breathing. Release the chin to the chest. Release the arm. And then take the left arm behind the back. Let those fingers peek through that right side. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. Option for the right hand to come to those left fingers. And release chin to chest. Release the arm. And the head comes up. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Once more, inhale up. Exhale, down. This time, reach the arms up high. As you come down, we're twisting to the left. So the right hand to the left knee, the left hand behind. Just an easy twist here. Look over that left shoulder. Keep the twist here. Just turn the head to look over that right shoulder. And look back to the left shoulder. Release the twist here. Sweep the arms up high and twisting to the right. So the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind. Gentle twist. Look over the right shoulder. Keep the twist in the spine. Just turn the head to the left shoulder. And then look back to the right shoulder. And release. Sweep the arms up. Hands into the heart here. All right, meet me standing at the top of the mat for an Anahatasana flow, forward fold flow. Inhale the arms up, reach, bend the knees, the hands come through the center line to your forward fold. The knees can be bent here. As you fold, notice the softening in the backs of the shoulders into the neck. Holding here, deep inhale. Full exhale. Next inhale, hands to the shins, lifting up halfway, engage through the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades starting to squeeze together, helping to lift the back and lengthen. Holding here, deep inhale. Full exhale. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, fold down. Once again, noticing the release in the shoulders. Hands to the shins, deep inhale, lifting, engaging through the shoulder blades. And releasing to fold and soften. One more time through. Hands to the shins, halfway lift. And fold it down, soften. Bend the knees here, roll it up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. The shoulders roll back and down, the head comes up, nice and tall. All right, moving into our sun salutations to warm up. Inhale, the arms up, reach. Bend the knees, hands through the center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, notice the engagement. Exhale, soften, plant the hands, step to plank pose. Nice strong plank here, pressing into the hands, the shoulder blades expanding. Breathe into that expansion as your belly button pulls up. And then drop to the knees here. So pausing here for a little cat-cow flow. Inhale, let the belly dip down into our cow belly pose as you lift the gaze. Feel the expansion happen across the collarbones. Hold here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, press into the hands, round the back, belly button pulls up, cat pose. Hold here. As you inhale, belly dips down again, cow belly pose. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, cow belly pose. As you exhale, round back into that cat pose. Take the sit bones down to child's pose. Forehead to the mat, deep inhale. Full exhale. Inhale brings you up, nice cat back. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Take the sit bones all the way down. Inhaling up, round into the back, and then open it up. Pressing down with the hands as you press the back up, sit bones down, and then lifting again, cat pose. Dip the belly, cow belly pose. All right, come back to a neutral spine here. Belly button softly pulling up as you lengthen from crown to tail. And then tuck your toes under with intention. Press the sit bones up into downward facing dog. Knees can be bent here. Press into the hands. Notice the shoulders. Don't let the shoulders creep up to the ears. Let them release away. The shoulder blades slide down the back. Create space for the neck. So take the head, yes and no. Up and down, side to side. Then bend the knees more. Look at the hands. Step forward. Forward fold. Release. Bend the knees here. Root to rise. Arms up. Hands into the heart. All right, moving into our next flow. Inhale the arms up, bend the knees, coming down to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage. Plant the hands, step to plank. Strong plank here. 3, 2, 1. This time, knees, chin, and chest. Keep the elbows hugging in. We'll practice here some Cobra Pose. So keep the arms bent here, the hands alongside the chest. Let the feet walk a little closer together. Let the pinky toes spiral down. Engage through the legs. The hips press in, pressing into the hands. Lift the torso. Shoulder blades and elbows squeeze together. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Lower down. Let's try one more time. Inhale, lift. Lower down. And a little more practice here, a little strengthening in our Cobra Pose with a Cobra Salute Flow. So, on an inhale, lifting up, let your left arm sweep out to the side, bring the fingertips to the brow. Notice the elbow stays high. Lengthening through the spine here. Lower down, left arm comes back into starting position. Inhale, right arm sweeps out, hands come to the brow. Lower down, hand back to start. Keep going. Inhale, lifting, left arm salute. Lower down. Inhale, lifting, right arm salute. Elbows staying high. Lower down. One more time each side. Inhale, lifting, left and lower. Inhale, lift right and lower. Very good. Release it here, hands stacked under the forehead. Crocodile Pose, reconnect with the breath. Notice the sensations you feel in the shoulders, the neck, the upper back. Using your exhales to release any tension. Hands slide back under the shoulders, rising up through table, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Sit bones lifting, chest pressing to the thighs, the shoulder blades once again sliding down the back. Bend the knees here, look at the hands, step it forward, forward fold, soften. And bend the knees, root to rise, arms up, hands into the heart. Moving into a low lunge flow, inhale the arms up, bend the knees, hands through center to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, engage. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, coming down into a low lunge. Arms sweep up, inhale. Take your right hand behind the back here, pressing into that low back, that sacrum area, helping to remember to tuck the pelvis, the belly pulls in. All right, left arm comes underneath this front leg as you find a baby twist, and then reach it back up. Once more, folding, twisting as you reach under, and then release it back up. Right arm reaches, hands through center, plant the hands back, foot steps forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, plant the hands, step the right foot back. Low lunge. On an inhale, the arms sweep up. This time, left hand comes behind the back, pressing in, tailbone descending down towards the floor. Right arm sweeps underneath this front leg, little twist, and reach it. Keep your balance, reach it back up. Once more, reach it under and back up. Left arm rises up, hands through center, plant the hands, step forward, fold, soften down. Bend the knees, root to rise, arms up. Hands into the heart. Lovely. For this next bit of flow, it might be nice to have a block handy as we'll be moving into triangle pose. So a block with a triangle is often helpful. All right, inhale, sweep the arms up. Swan dive, so the arms come wide, chest descends down, soften. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Plant the hands, step to plank. Nice strong plank here. Find your vinyasa, whatever works for you. Knees, chin, and chest, or taking full chaturanga, anything in between. Meeting in downward facing dog. Fly your right leg. The knee and the toe point down. Pull the knee into the chest. Step the foot down. Warrior two. Opening up. Knee over the ankle. The back heel further than the toes. Arms open wide. Check in with the neck and shoulders here. It's easy to want to squeeze the shoulders up. Soften them down. Reverse warrior. Press that right arm up. Reach. Lengthen. Straighten the front leg for reverse triangle. Bring the arms parallel. Reach with that right arm. Then drop it down to the shin floor or the block. The left hand reaches to the ceiling. Notice the engagement in the legs here. The feet feel like they're pulling towards each other energetically, giving you a nice strong base. Little arm flow here. Fold this left arm forward, perpendicular to the body. Notice the expansion through the back of the shoulder. Then draw it up through the center like a bow and arrow. Reach. Fold and pull. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull. Once more, fold and pull. Left arm circles behind you. Bend through that front knee into your runner's lunge. Step into your plank pose. Move through a vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. When ready, fly that left leg. Pull the knee into the chest. Step that foot down. Opening up to warrior two. Once again, noticing the shoulders soften down as you reach the arms. Reverse warrior, press that left arm up, lengthen, straighten the front leg, lengthen a little more. Bring the arms parallel as we move to triangle pose. Left arm reaches, bring it down to the floor, shin, or block. Right hand to the sky. We have our arm flow, but notice the engagement in the legs, even though we're focusing on the upper body. Right arm folds forward, expanding through the back of the shoulder. Inhale, draw it up through the center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pull. Fold. Pull. Once more, fold and pull. Right arm circles behind you, bend into the front knee. Runner's lunge, blocks can move out of the way. Step through plank, find your vinyasa here. To downward facing dog. Checking in, cleansing breath if you need, deep inhale. Full exhale. Moving right into the next piece. Fly that left leg. Fly that right leg. Pull the knee into the chest. Step it down. Warrior two once again. Reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Bring the arms parallel. Moving to full triangle pose once again. For a little different arm flow. So reaching with that left arm. Take the gaze to the floor. Let the arm sweep slightly overhead so that biceps coming near the ear, and then look up. So you're looking up to the ceiling, maybe that bicep. Reach the arm back to the ceiling, look down to the floor. And again, reach the arm, looking up. Reach the arm up, looking down. Take the arm sideways, look up. Take the arm up, look down. One more time. Bicep near the ear, look up. Arm reaches up as you look down. Circle that left arm behind you, bend into that front knee. Find your runner's lunge. Step to plank. Move through your vinyasa. To downward facing dog. All right, fly your left leg, knee to the chest, step it down, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Straighten the leg, reverse triangle. Arms parallel, full triangle pose. Right arm to the ceiling. Take the gaze down to the floor. Take the right arm forward, so the biceps near the ear, and then look upwards. Take the gaze down as you reach the arms back to the ceiling. Arm comes down, gaze comes up. Arm comes up, gaze comes down. Again, arm down, looking up. Arm up, looking down. We've got one more. Take the arm down, look up. Take the arm up, look down. Right arm circles behind you, bend into that front knee, find your runner's lunge. Step to plank, move through a vinyasa here. To downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Bend the knees here. Look at the hands. Step it forward. Forward fold. Soften. Bend the knees. Root to rise. All the way up. And hands to the heart. Very good. Another flow. Inhale up. Swan dive. Fold. Notice the release. Inhale up halfway. Engage. Shoulder blades. Plant the hands, step to plank. Vinyasa here, anything you choose. Downward facing dog. Fly that right leg, pull the knee into the chest. We've got warrior two. Opening up, shoulders soften. Straighten the front leg here. Toes come to the left side of the mat, so the sides of the feet are parallel with front and back. Then walk the heels in. Bend the knees as we find goddess pose. You may need to adjust the feet slightly. So as you sink down, the knees stay stacked over the ankles. Keep the hips tucked under, belly button pulling in. Sinking down. Hands to the top of the knees. Press into that right knee as you dip the right shoulder down. Notice a little twist. And then release. Press into the left as the left shoulder dips. And release. Keep the knees bent here. The arms reach up. And then bend the elbows. Cactus arms. So we have a little flow here. Exhale. Forearms come together. Round the back. Pull the belly in. And as you inhale, open up. The shoulder blades squeeze together behind you. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Fold. Open. Fold. Open. We've got one more. Fold. And open. Straighten the legs. Back heel kicks out. As you come down to your runner's lunge, step into your plank pose, move through your vinyasa to downward facing dog. Fly that left leg. Knee into the chest, step it down, warrior two. Straighten the front leg here. The feet come to face the right side of the mat, parallel to the top and back of the mat. Then walk the heels in, bend the knees once more into goddess pose. Arms come into cactus. And as you exhale, forearms squeeze together. As you inhale, the shoulder blades squeeze together. And forearms and shoulder blades. Forearms together. Open wide. Fold. Open. One more. Together. Open, squeeze. Release the arms up, straighten the legs. Let the toes point to the side of the mat. Hands to the hips here. Coming into a forward fold, hinging at the hips. Softening down halfway, and then the rest of the way. The hands can come to the mat. Notice the softening in the shoulders, the neck. Come up halfway here, lengthen. Reach the arms behind, clasp the hands, seal the palms together, and then reach that fist package behind you. Feel the expansion in the chest as you do so, and then fold back down. The arms might lift off the back. If not, just reach to the wall behind you. Breathing here. Release the hands down. Come up halfway. Walk the hands over to that left foot. Bend into your runner's lunge. Step into plank pose. Move through your vinyasa here to downward facing dog. Take a nice cleansing breath here. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Then come down to the knees. We've got a few static poses here. Starting with Anahatasana, heart opening pose. So we stay in this tabletop shape. The hips stay stacked over the knees. The arms start to walk forward as we soften the chest down, the forehead resting on the mat. If you find that you need additional stretch here, lift the head up, see if the chin comes to the mat. Another option, if this doesn't work for your knees, is to take the hands to the wall and soften the chest down here. So there's a few options for you depending on how your body's feeling today. Holding Anahatasana here as we focus on our breath. Notice the expansion through the chest and fronts of the shoulders. One more deep inhale. As you exhale, let one hand walk back and then the other pressing up into your tabletop. Moving into thread the needle. So now working the backs of the shoulders. So press into your right hand. The left arm reaches up, open. Slide it under the right. Hover for a moment. Reach it back up, open. Slide it under and hover. Reach it back up to open. This time slide it under, let the face come to the mat, the side of the face. The right arm reaches forward and the hips might shift towards the left. The back of the hand to the floor. Breathing into the back of that left shoulder. Notice the expansion. Maybe noticing a release. One more deep inhale here. As you exhale, slide that right hand back, pressing up into our tabletop. Now pressing into the left hand, the right arm reaches up, open, slide it under the left to hover. Reach it up, slide it under and hover. Last one, reaching up, slide it under, this time face to the mat. Left arm reaching forward if you choose, the back of the hand, the back of that right hand staying down to the floor and the hips shifting to the right. Breathe into the back of that right shoulder. One more deep inhale. Slide the left hand back, pressing into our tabletop. Coming up high onto our knees here for a flow similar to what we did at the beginning. This time, however, both hands come to the back of the sacrum, the low back area. Press the hands in, the pelvis tilts so the belly button pulls in. Notice the softening in the shoulders as you create length in the spine. So keep the hands in position here, starting to come forward, hinging without lowering the hips just yet. And then at some point you will need to descend down, forehead to the mat. Stay for an inhale. Full exhale. As you inhale, lifting back up. Exhaling down. Trying to fold first and then lower the hips. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Folding, then lowering. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lower. Stay here. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Release the hands. Come into your tabletop. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Notice the shoulders here. If there's a reduction in any tension and stress, keep the shoulder blades sliding down the back to create space for the neck. Bend the knees here. Look at the hands. Step forward and fold. Soften. On your inhale, bend the knees, root to rise. Hands to the heart. All right, our next flow. Inhale up. Swan dive, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Engage the shoulder blades. Plant the hands, step through plank. Vinyasa here. Downward facing dog. Fly the right leg. Pull the knee into the chest. Step the foot down. This time setting up for warrior one. Adjusting that back foot as needed, keeping the feet on railroad tracks. Front knee bends, hips are square, arms rise up. Reaching up while also letting the shoulders soften down. Straighten the front leg, hands come behind the back, clasp the fingers, work the fist package down, shoulders might have to roll back to open. Keeping the hips square here. Folding forward towards pyramid pose. Release the hands, bend through that front knee, arms rise all the way up back to warrior one. Take the arms wide here as we find eagle arms. Left arm over the right. Back of the hands touch or cross at the wrist. Folding forward so the arms come to the inside of this front knee. Try to keep that right hip from jutting out. Keep it pulled into the midline. Try to soften the neck and shoulders here. Closing the eyes if you can, or just softening the gaze. Release the arms. Reach them out. Keep the torso low. Plant the hands. Step into your lunge. So the back heel picks up. And then plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. Fly your left leg here. Pull the knee into the chest. Step the foot down. Setting up for warrior one. Railroad track feet. Front knee bends. Once you're set up, torso rises up. Reaching up, shoulders down. Straighten the front leg. Hands come together behind. Changing the cross of the fingers here. So opposite from what you did last time, whichever one you naturally do, let the other finger come forward. Open up through the chest, shoulders roll back. And then keep that front knee bend as you hinge at the hips, coming into our pyramid pose. If the arms aren't lifting off the back, just reach to the wall behind you. Try not to hyperextend the knee. Keep a micro bend in that front knee. Release the arms down. Bend into that front knee. Lift the torso up, warrior one. Arms wide. This time, right arm comes over the top for eagle arms. Cross at the elbow, back of the hands touch. Maybe cross at the wrist. Fold it down so the arms come to the inside of the front knee. This left hip, keep it from jutting out. Pull it into the midline. Soften neck, shoulders. Soften the gaze or close the eyes. Breathing. One more inhale. Notice the expansion in the back body. As you exhale, unwind the arms, release the hands down. Back heel kicks up for a runner's lunge. Step into plank. Move through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees here, look at the hands, step it forward, fold, and root to rise, arms sweep all the way up. Hands come into the heart. One more little flow here. Sweep the arms up, swan dive fold. Inhale, flat back, engage the shoulder blades, plant the hands step to plank. Option for vinyasa here. To downward facing dog. Fly that right leg. Pull the knee into the nose. Step the foot down. Coming into that warrior one. Arms rise up. Hips are square. Circle your left arm behind you. And as it sweeps back up, the back heel lifts up for Crescent Pose. Finding a little twist here. So our left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Palms press together. Lengthen through the spine. And then release the arms up. Take the torso at a 45-degree angle here. Deep inhale. Reach. As you exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach, exhale, cactus. Two more, reach, cactus. One more, reach, cactus. Nice job. Let the arms circle down. Step to your plank pose. Nice work. Move through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Fly your left leg. Knee to the chest. Step it down. Warrior one. Arms come up. Circle that right arm. As it starts to come back up, kick the back heel into our crescent pose. Find our twist. Right elbow outside the left knee. Palms press and lengthen. Release up. Crescent. Torso to a 45-degree angle. Deep inhale. Reach with the arms. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Reach, bend. Last one, reach, bend. Circle the arms down. Step to your plank pose. Move through your last vinyasa here to downward facing dog. Cleansing breath, deep inhale. Full exhale. Come down to the knees here. Nice work. Come all the way to sit. So a little more opening and shoulder work, back bends, inversion, and then Shavasana. All right, hands reach behind you, a few inches behind your seat. Fingertips pointing towards your seat. Circle the shoulders, back and open through the chest. Feel the expansion here, probably engaging through the triceps as you do so, looking upwards. So reverse table prep here. Just lifting, expanding. Then take the feet to the mat. So soles of the feet to the mat. Lift up the hips as you press in the hands and feet. Reverse table. Leaning the head back here only if it feels okay on the neck. Otherwise, keeping the head lifted, looking forward. Breathing. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower down. Nice work. Release the arms here. We'll meet on the back for some bridge work. So coming all the way down, the soles of the feet to the mat, about hip width apart, the arms alongside the body, palms down. Press the low back into the mat here. On an inhale, lift the hips, let the arms sweep overhead. As you exhale, lower both down. Inhale, lift. You don't have to come up full bridge height, just about maybe 80 to 90% lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Once more, lift. And lower. This time, take a moment to walk the shoulder blades a little closer together under the back, coming into a full bridge pose where we will hold. Hips peel up, lifting. Shoulder blades together. Knees coming towards each other, not letting them splay outward. The arms can stay alongside the floor or clasp the hands, palms sealed together, and then reach towards the heels. Notice the expansion. One more inhale. Release the hands, exhale, lower down. Take the feet as wide as the mat here. Windshield wiper, releasing the back. Staying on our backs here. Hug the knees into the chest. Both knees, Apanasana, the hands to the shins. Press the low back down into the mat. The belly button drives down with it. Then press the knees away as the arms start to lengthen. Pull the knees back in. Knees away, opening as the arms lengthen. Pull it back in. Open it up, low back, pressing down. And pull it back in. Once more, as you start to pull the knees away, notice the opening through the shoulders. And then release. Moving into Plow Pose. So the arms come alongside the body, palms down. The feet reach up to the ceiling. A slight rock, and the feet lift up and overhead. The arms stay extended behind you. Careful not to turn your head in this pose. So if you need to watch first and then do, so you don't have to turn to look, please do so. Don't want to strain or hurt your neck. Let the feet slowly start to soften towards the floor. You have the option for shoulder stand here if you want to take the hands behind the back and let the feet come up to the ceiling. If you take that option, be sure to come back through plow. All meeting in plow, the arms extended behind us, engaging the arms, strong arms, engaging the core. Start to unroll with control. Don't let the hips plop down. Very nice, feet down. So we'll counter plow pose with a supported fish pose. So grabbing your 2 blocks or your 3-minute egg and your block, so I'll show both just in case. So if you're doing blocks, the first block comes perpendicular along the spine, and you can take it in this medium setting with the skinny side along the back, or low setting with the broad side along the back, okay? So it goes right between the shoulder blades as you start to lie down. So it's pressing the chest upward. The second block comes underneath the base of the skull. For me, I like to have it on the high side if I've got the back block lifted quite as high. So here's an option. If you're doing the 3-minute egg, it's the same thing. It's lengthwise along the spine. The block still underhead. Here I can go a little lower. The arms comfortably away from the body. The legs in whatever shape works for you. You can have them extended or maybe into this butterfly shape with the knees wide, or a constructive rest with the knees together and the feet wide. So a few options for you there, but we'll hold here and just focus on the breath. Before we completely soften in, take a moment here and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hold, 3, 2, 1, and release. Notice the softening that happens after. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Once more, squeeze the shoulder blades together around that block. 3, 2, 1, and release. Softening into the pose. Breathing. Take one more deep inhale here. As you exhale, roll over to one side very slowly, gently to come off the blocks. They can move out of the way, and we will set up for Shavasana. So coming down to the back, nice and flat along the floor. Any position of the legs you choose. The arms comfortably away from the body, or hands crossing over the belly. Releasing any last bits of tension through the muscles, shoulders and neck specifically. Take a nice deep inhale, filling up the belly. The ribs, feel the side ribs expand. Exhale, releasing any remaining tension. Another deep inhale, filling up the belly, the ribs. Take it to the crown of the head. Exhale, letting everything go. Releasing the body, releasing the mind, releasing your control on the breath. Finding stillness here. And slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle the fingers, move the toes. Take the movement to the wrists and the ankles. Slide the ankles together to touch. Reach the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Pull one knee into the chest and then the other. Give yourself a nice hug. Maybe sway the knees from side to side. And roll to one side. Use that same arm as a pillow. And slowly press into a seated position. You're welcome to keep the eyes closed. Bring the hands to heart center, the chin to the chest. Create a little length in the spine. Notice the softness in the shoulders. Hopefully a release in any tension and stress. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. With peace, love, and gratitude. Namaste.